While Assassin's Creed Shadows has been pretty quiet since release, we finally got, in my opinion, the first big update, the June update on the launch map. We got new story drop, new difficulty settings, new immersion settings, and an open world arms system, and the headgear and the cutscene system, which are all big improvements to the game that I want to go into today. But before I get into it, if you enjoy the video, please like, subscribe, check out the channel, it really helps me out. All I do is talk about Assassin's Creed, so if you love the series, check out my channel. So let's start off with the biggest thing that this update added, Rufino. In the new critical role mission, you get to play and earn a new ally to add to your gang in the game. It's a crossover mission. Honestly, I don't know what they're crossing over, but it is a fun mission. I enjoyed it. Rufino is a nice character. It's nice to have an ally that's different for a change. He looks unique, he sounds unique, he has a unique story, but my only disappointing thing with him is that he doesn't have any upgradable outfit things like all the characters have, the allies. His outfit remains the same even if you upgrade him, which is a little disappointing, but it's fine. Not many people pay attention to it, I guess. Otherwise, it's a fun story. I enjoy his presence. I think he's a nice character to add to the roster, but I do have a problem with the cutscenes in general in this game, and this mission just highlights it even more. Something about them doesn't feel right. I don't know if it's the 30 FPS or the camera work or what, but something with the cutscenes feels weird in this game, and this mission reminded me of that, because as I play the game more and more, I kind of get used to it, but I've taken, honestly, kind of a break from the game since the release of the last update, so now getting back to it, I noticed the problem with the cutscenes even more. I don't really know how to describe it exactly, but something feels off about them. I feel like it's the 30 FPS, so a fix to that would be very much appreciated, but at the end of the day, I don't know if that's only a me thing, so who knows. Speaking of the cutscenes, we also got the toggleable headgear in the cutscenes update, which is a nice addition. We had it in Origins, we had it in Valhalla, we didn't have it in Odyssey, but honestly it wasn't missing there because Cassandra was just so charming. Here it's a nice addition. I enjoy its presence. I think it just doesn't subtract from the game, so why not have it? And it adds to the cool factor of the game. Some cutscene things feel weird when you have a weird mask, like in this scene here. The mask just feels off. I don't know why it moves weird. Like, I think it's connected to the mouth of Naue, so when she moves her mouth, the whole mask moves, which sure, it's realistic, but it looks kind of weird in this cutscene. I don't know, but it's a nice thing to have, so I do appreciate its presence. My other problem with Rufino, going back to that story mission that they added, is the way that it's set up. I do enjoy the trackable progress that they added in this game with the storyboard thing that we had in Mirage, but I think even though Mirage was a smaller game, it did it way better because it wasn't just a checklist of people to assassinate. This game has that, and I think that's the main problem that people have with this game, that it makes the game very repetitive and it makes it boring and just mundane. The mission board in Mirage had different missions on it. One mission was to track someone, another one to assassinate someone, another to steal, or just to talk with someone. It always was varied and it kept the game going with a nice flow. In this game, I know already with every single circle board that I unlock, it's just gonna have a list of people that I'm gonna have to assassinate and get a cutscene at the end. It is, sure, Assassin's Creed, it's very assassin-y, but it makes the game very boring. So I do hope that they update that and the philosophy behind that in the upcoming updates, because it would really freshen the game up, and it's hands down my biggest issue with this game. I love the game a lot, but it does take a toll on you because it just gets too repetitive. And I never had this issue with games before. I didn't have it with Odyssey, Origins, or Valhalla even. Valhalla, I started to feel the repetitiveness by the end game, when I finished the game. In Shadows, I already feel it. Sure, it could be just burnout from Assassin's Creed, but I think it's not that. I think it's the way that this game is set up. Each circle is just a list of people to assassinate. So I would like to update that. I would like to see something new in the future, something unique. I didn't have a problem with it with Rufino, since like his story just adds to the game, it doesn't take away from it. But in the future I would like to get more varied missions, something more interesting than just here, 10 people, assassinate them, come back to me later. Last thing I wanted to say about Rufino missions is that it mentions the Templars. I'm not gonna spoil what happens exactly, but there are Templars in the story, and I like the inclusion, but I think they could have done more. I just want to see more Templars. I hate that this game acknowledges them, and it knows that they exist, and the assassins, and the conflict, and whatever, and it just doesn't do anything with it. Just, here's this one Templar guy, he's a bad guy, you don't know shit about him, but you just assassinate him 5 minutes after you met him, and that's it, you're done. And the game is like, yeah, we're gonna get you more of that. Be excited. It's kind of disappointing. I would like them to do more with the Templars and add more to their story, to the conflict, showcase it more, just do, again, unique stuff, unique set pieces. I really, really loved the set piece with one of the Templars in the game where you have to go to their training ground and you have to hunt him down there. That was fun. More stuff like that. Stuff that are unique. Stuff that I will remember when I think about the game. This didn't really have that. The Templar guy sure seems intimidating with the Rufino mission, but he's dead like 5 minutes after you meet him, so he really didn't add anything to the story. I would like to see more new stuff with the Templars in the future. So all in all, the Rufino mission, the critical role mission, is a fun addition to the game. Rufino is a great ally. He is surprisingly strong in combat. I didn't expect that. And he applies a bleed effect, which is also cool. I like his inclusion. I would like to see more improvements to the storytelling in the future, but all in all, it's a nice addition to the game. Now let's take a minute to talk about the nightmare difficulty that they also added. I tried it out. I didn't have the heart to try out the nightmare stealth option, but I did try out the nightmare combat option, and it is fun. I enjoy that the enemies are more dangerous. It just makes the game more, I can immerse myself more. I need to build a stronger character, just be more present when I'm playing the game, which is also always a fun thing. I played Odyssey and Origins on the hardest difficulty, and I think that it added to the game. It didn't take away from it. So it's a much appreciated addition. One day I will try the stealth nightmare option, but not right now. The expert is already hard enough for me. One day when I'm ready for it, I will try it. For now, the combat nightmare difficulty is a fun addition, and if you are feeling that the game is kind of too easy for you, I think it will kind of fix it for you. It will be really fun for you. The enemies just feel better too. Last couple of things that the update also added is a VFX Toggle option, which is great. I disabled the effect where it goes black and white when you assassinate someone or when you use an ability. I think it's a nice thing to have. It's a nice visual effect in the base game, but I would rather not have it, so having the option to disable it is great. And if you don't enjoy the flashing thing when someone attacks you and you need to parry their attack, you can turn that off as well. You can turn off a lot of visual effects things, which I think for people who like to immerse themselves in the game, this will be a great addition and it will really make them feel more immersed. For me, it's a nice addition to have. I was mainly interested in turning off the filter when you assassinate, so it's a nice addition. Last thing they added is an open world alarm system, which honestly is kind of disappointing because I was expecting it to be like Odyssey, where the mercenaries were following you and you needed to clear your bounty by assassinating someone, and you had like a whole mercenary system that you can go up on in the ranks. It was a whole thing in Odyssey, and I expected something similar. Now sadly, this is not the case in this game. It basically boils down to you getting chased by the guardians just like it goes in the castles, but outside in the open world. And it only happens when you attack military units. I don't know if it's a glitch. I think you should get a bounty if you also attack civilians. So I'm pretty sure it's a glitch. Either way, you just get attacked by guardians and there's not much to it. After a while, your bounty goes away and it's not as deep or complex as what Odyssey had. But here's hoping that they fix it in the future and they add a system. That is, as my closing thoughts on this update, that is what I want in the future of this game. To add more unique systems, stuff that add to the game more, stuff that are unique. I think that is one of the big problems in this game compared to the older Assassin's Creed games. There's no set pieces. I know it's very PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 thing to have set pieces that you just fall out of a building or something explodes and quick time events and whatnot. It is outdated, but it adds a lot to the game and the world. It makes you feel like you're experiencing a story. This game doesn't have that a lot. It does have it at points, but it doesn't have it a lot. I've been replaying Assassin's Creed 4 lately, and that has a shitload of set pieces that are interesting and stick with you. So I would like to see that added in the future updates, DLCs, whatever that this game gets. That is one of my big requests, and also the cutscene thing. I would like them to fix the cutscenes so they feel better when you watch them. Otherwise, this is a positive update. I liked it a lot. I think it added some nice stuff. It's nice to have a new ally, some more story to the game. So if you have been off the game for a while like me, maybe you've taken a break, I took like a 1-month break, it's fun to come back. I think the game is great, and also, I'm not 100% sure of this, but I feel like the game runs better. Don't quote me on this, but for me, I think it runs better. So if you had problems with how the game runs on PC, that's also something to look forward to. So all in all, I'm excited for the future. I can't can't wait for the Claws of Owaji DLC and what that is gonna add. Hopefully, more unique stuff like I mentioned. But for now, that's all we got for today. If you enjoyed the update, the video, let me know down in the comments, like, subscribe. Let me know if you are excited for the future of the game and what do you want to see from the future of the game. For now, thank you for watching, and as always, have a nice day.